Right. All right, join us live on the podcast broadcast. We started about 10 minutes early because we have so much to get to. YouTube.com/beefvegan, or run to our Facebook page on Rock 102.1, and then you could join us there as well in the comments, be a part of the show. It's the podcast broadcast, and we are live, but we do want to give away a pair of tickets for Asking Alexandria, who is going to be in studio tomorrow morning around 9 a.m. performing for us, hanging out with us. We'll catch up with the band, see how they're doing on this legendary run, celebrate with the fact that they have the number one rock song in the country right now. Ooh. Yes, which was just announced yesterday. Wow. So the timing couldn't be better. So tomorrow morning on Beef Vegan Presents, the band with the number one rock star in the entire country is going to be in studio live on the podcast broadcast. And if you want to go see them for free tomorrow night at Club Encore, I got good news for you. I want to play a game. Woo. 600 KFMA, 600-5362. Rico, what's the name of the game today?
Oh, no. Are we doing that? Okay.
Yeah.
Is it Asking Alexandria lyrics or Taylor Swift lyrics?
That's right. So if you think you could tell the difference between Asking Alexandria tickets and Taylor Swift tickets, then call now, 600-KFMA, 600-5362. All right. And you know what we'll do? I'll get two people to go heads up against each other. We'll do a think fast style. We'll read a lyric. First person to buzz in will guess either if it's Asking Alexandria or Taylor Swift. If they get it right, they get a point. If they get it wrong, their opponent gets a point. Simple as that. Let's go to the phone, see who our first contestant is. Rock 102.1, who's this?
Cody.
Cody, all right. You're going to be one of our contestants. We're live on the air, so no cursing. Let's see who you're playing against. Rock 102.1, who's this?
This is Alex.
Alex, all right. Cody versus Alex, and Asking Alexandria or Taylor Swift. So again, this is how the game's going to get played. It's very simple. Rico is going to read you a lyric. You're going to buzz in with your name. If you think you know it's either a Taylor Swift lyric or an Asking Alexandria lyric. If you get it right, you get a point. If you get it wrong, your opponent gets a point. Whoever has the most points at the end of the game will win those tickets for Asking Alexandria. You guys understand?
Yep.
Sounds good.
All right, here we go. Cody versus Alex. Here's your first lyric, and Rico.
I know you can't see me here, but I am not alone. I'm lying here in invisible arms, and I won't be alone tonight.
Cody. Taylor Swift.
Nice.
That is correct. All right, so yes. Ding, ding. Mari, I need you to do the dings and the buzzes for me, okay?
Got it.
All right, what's your, like, if they get it wrong, what does it sound like? That's good. And then you get it right, it sounds like, okay, yeah, you definitely want the ding dings. Okay, here's our next lyric. Buzz in with your name if you think you know the answer. Asking Alexandria or Taylor Swift.
I've been waiting for that sweet second that never was, that period of time, that vision in my mind.
Alex.
Asking Alexandria.
Taylor Swift.
Oh, so sorry, Alex. Point goes to Cody. Next lyric.
Painting my casualty, singing my tragedy, but would you blow me a kiss?
Ooh.
Cody.
Cody?
Asking Alexandria.
Well done.
Ding, ding.
Oh, another point for Cody. All right, Alex, here's the deal. You got to get a point here this next round, or you're going to lose these tickets, okay? Okay, good luck to you. Here's the lyric.
Looking up to the mist of your wrong, is that there was a cutie? Am I gonna show? It was all the risk.
Alex!
Ooh. Oh, it's Taylor Swift.
Asking Alexandria.
Oh, give a loud buzz, Mari.
Woo!
What was the song that was from?
Let's see. It was The Irony of Your Perfection.
Oh, Alex, nice try. Unfortunately, you don't know Taylor Swift, but the good news is that makes you 100 times hotter in my mind.
Yes.
Okay. Bad news is, unfortunately, those tickets are going to go to Cody right now. But tomorrow morning, we're going to continue to give out tickets for Asking Alexandria. And we may even give away another pair in the 9 o'clock hour and during the podcast broadcast. Don't forget to catch Asking Alexandria on the podcast broadcast tomorrow morning at 9. Cody, congratulations. We're going to be hanging out with you tomorrow night at Club Encore and rocking out to Asking Alexandria together and thinking about how bad Alex messed up this game.
Oh,
nonsense.
Congratulations.
Go write a song about it.
All right, stay on the line. Going to get your info. Thank you for playing, Alex. We'll hit the reset. We are live on the podcast broadcast. Join us, youtube.com/beefvegan. Coming up next, your TMI top 5 signs you're getting old and so much more, including Mari's Would You Rathers and Herb Stratford joining us with your movie reviews. It's a jam-packed podcast broadcast live on Rock 102.1. Clear. All right, I'm going to get their information. It's good to see everybody on the stream. We just did a segment that I'm super proud of Rico for delivering. He did a fantastic job. He did. First off, this guy's MVPing it right now. He's MVP in the fucking show. He did not only a good job Rap GPT, which we have to redo, but he also did the game we just heard, obviously. And he is the official beat reporter for an Instagram page called the Tucson Times.
On the beat.
Yes. And we had a slideshow to go along with this. In case you missed it, here's Needy Model Girlfriends. Check it out. From Rock 102.1 KFMA, please welcome back to the show, Miss Mari. Good morning, Mari.
Good morning.
And just in time, I don't know if you, well, I know you're not on Instagram, and you need to get back on Instagram. Rico and I have been following a page that is essentially the social media destination of all things Tucson. And if you want to get your finger on the pulse of, how to live like a Tucsonan, what's going on in Tucson, all the breaking news that's not reported by the lamestream media.
Lamestream.
The Tucson Times is the way to go. In fact, actually, Rico and I saw a post that they just made just yesterday, and it's perfect for fall. And it's really perfect for all the guys out there that have wannabe girlfriends or wannabe model girlfriends, right?
Or legitimate hot model girlfriends.
Well, I mean, all of them, sure, are pretty hot.
Yeah, they're all beautiful creatures.
There's something about Tucson girls when they're hot. They love getting professional pictures taken of them being hot in, surrounding areas, depending on what it is. I know as a mom, you do these kind of seasonal photo shoots.
Leaves and tea.
Yeah. Now,
Stuff.
Rico, what did the Tucson Times on Instagram put out yesterday as far as the list?
The top 9 alternative Tucson fall photo shoot hotspots to satisfy your needy model girlfriend.
There you go. Yeah.
Really?
Spot on.
Yeah.
Because I know there's a lot of people out there listening that have needy model girlfriends, and it's difficult to find the hotspots around town to satisfy those needy model girlfriends. And so we're going to break down that list for you right now. Rico, what is the first place that guys can take their needy model girlfriends to?
I'm looking right here. Let's see. Let's move it. Number 1, they have listed as Home Depot on 4302 North Oracle Road.
Oh, the Home Depot on Oracle. Why?
Yeah. Well, because nothing says post-summer relaxation like orange logo lettering, lumber, and PVC toilet flanges.
True.
Hello, fall. Is that you?
Yeah.
She'll appreciate the time and effort you put into pushing her around in a giant orange cart to get her to various angles and lighting.
Yeah, that's perfect. And again,
it's orange.
Free. So that's good. It's good for your budget. What is the second suggestion the Tucson Times came up with?
Going with the little store theme, it looks like Hobby Lobby.
Same area.
84 North Oracle Road. Yeah. Prepare to be pleasantly assaulted with the smells of warm clover spice candles and poopery as you walk into the fluorescent wonderland of Hobby Lobby. Get her good side in front of the delightfully arranged pile of themed plastics and synthetic fibers.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, again, it's another scenario where you could have all the decor and accessories that you need, but you don't have to necessarily buy them if you don't leave the Hobby Lobby.
Yep.
Walk around, get the smells, the lighting's perfect.
Yeah, what's the third place people can take their needy model girlfriends to?
Looks like going along with the orange theme, Whataburger.
Yes, that's very
Whataburger.
fall.
Yes.
I never even looked at Whataburger as a fall destination until Tucson Times on Instagram pointed this out. Now, why Whataburger?
Another orange sign. Perfect. Patty melts are the new pumpkin.
Yes.
Slap some Texas toast on her sultry poses and call it a day. Yeehaw.
Dude, have you had the pumpkin spice patty melt? Delish.
Wow.
Sounds good.
All right, give me another option for our friends out there with needy model girlfriends.
Here's another one. Bashas
Okay.
at 3275 North Swan Road.
Oh, the bashes, really?
Oh, yeah, that one's.
Yeah, if you walk through the produce section, I mean, all the colors. It says, do you see all those red and orange hues? We sure as heck do.
Yeah.
Self-checkout never looks so good, baby girl.
Yeah. I would love to see some sexy self-model shots from inside that bashes for sure. The model in the picture on Tucson Times looks pretty good too.
She's enjoying it.
She's working it.
Working.
Sassy in the produce section.
Yeah. What's another option here?
This one's a little obscure, but it says the Pima Air and Space Museum.
Really?
Yeah. It says, yeah, we really don't know how to explain this one. We just watched Top Gun 2 last night and Fighter Jets Love Cozy Season 2 or something. Just buy her a pumpkin spice latte and she won't ask any questions.
I'll tell you what, I think that's a brilliant idea for needy model girlfriends who might be plus size model girlfriends because you stick them next to an old airplane, they look a lot smaller, right? Optical illusions all day long for
It's
your
science.
needy model girlfriends. Yes. Give me another suggestion from the Tucson Times.
Here's a good one. El Charro Cafe downtown.
Brilliant. I'm sure plenty of people do photo shoots there.
It says something about this just screams, yeah, I drink Nestle Abuelita Mexican hot chocolate and wear fancy scarves. What about it? Fierce. Make sure she does the furrowed brows and squints her eyes for this one.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Definitely got to squint your eyes at El Charro.
Spicy.
Yeah. All right. Number 7.
7's another strange one, but it could fit. It says Gadsden Pacific Division Toy Train Operating Museum
Oh, okay.
on 3975 North Miller Avenue. Just tell her, yeah, babe, Boston has the best fall weather. And you know what else they have the best of? Trains. Wicked sweet MBTA. Go pose, babe.
Yeah, no, it's a good way for your needy model girlfriend to look like she's well-traveled and cultured,
Right.
By looking like she's at a train station. Also, if you have a needy model boyfriend, this is a great opportunity and good place to take D pics because then it will make your D look ginormous.
Brilliant.
Like Godzilla down there.
Oh, yes. All right, and one more.
Looks like we have the MSA Annex, the 267 South Avenida del Convento.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at the photo, all the orange. It says best fallen orange and yellow foliage among quaint chairscapes. You'll find this side of Mount Lemon. She'll love it.
Yes, she will. Yeah, and
Free,
that's
easy.
Yeah, that's just open to the public, and I mean, you can get drinks there, or you just loiter. Like I like to do. Oh, there is one more. Oh, this is fantastic. So number 9 from the Tucson Times, a place to take your needy model girlfriend for those amateur photo shoots is
Kind of obvious, but yeah, Spirit Halloween Store
Of course.
at 5555 East Broadway Boulevard.
Yes.
Hey, babe, look, a scary humanoid pumpkin. Keyword pumpkin. Go pose. If she makes out with it, she's for the streets. She can find another Jack Skeleton.
Oh, yes, excellent. Well, that's Rico, our beat reporter for the Tucson Times. You can see all those posts when we do our podcast broadcast, or just follow the Tucson Times on Instagram. Let's give away tickets for Asking Alexandria when we return. So keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. All right, back here live on the business.
Live.
Yeah, there you go. So what'd you think of that little segment, huh? I just kind of gloating to Rico and Mari, just feeling proud about everything, saying, hey, we're evolving this live stream and utilizing the technology of the program that we're using, and then just more and more. So
We
slideshows.
discovered PowerPoints. Get ready, everybody.
Yeah. It's going to be good.
We're in 1995.
And I like to thank everybody, of course, for checking back in and hanging out with us yesterday for the Tank the Tech interview that we did. Now, with that, we posted on YouTube. It's doing great, and I'm getting weird messages already. I literally just got another email from a guy in Italy who emailed me asking to forward the email to Tank so he could do a reaction to their music.
Oh, no.
Yeah, dude. And I'm like,
So
hey,
using
man.
you already is like the guy to go to. Like, hey,
Right.
you know him. Come on.
Yeah, well, you don't want me to do a
Come on,
reaction?
buddy.
I react. I can
I
react.
can react.
Yeah, like Amari, say something scary to me right now.
Spooky dooky doo.
See, that's a quality reaction.
quality.
You did something, I reacted, and
Mhm.
yes, we will be doing song reactions as well, just in our own
Got a
way.
feature.
Yeah, it's all part of the YouTube game that we play. Post shorts and do all this stuff as we continue to build our online reach, and then hopefully you can monetize so we can afford to get some more fancy toys in studio because I've been holding my breath for too long around this building. You know what I
Speaking
mean?
of that interview, tell people to go give that a like. Hit the like
Yeah.
button because
Yeah,
it was
dude.
a good interview.
Yeah,
It
thank
was actually
you.
really good.
Yeah,
Well,
super good.
I
Like
told him
legitimate.
I nardward him.
Uh-huh.
When it comes to interviews, I take pride in it, obviously, and I also like to go deep and try to get to know the person on a personal level. And Tank he's already too nice. We've already got to hang out with him in person, so we knew what type of dude he was. So I felt like he'd appreciate me going down the rabbit hole with him, and he did.
He's got
So
a cool story too.
yeah, he does.
That's him moving up.
Well, it's funny because it's a similar story to a lot of people that I've grown up in the scene with. I've seen them kind of go on from musicians to touring guitar techs and tour managers. I mean, I was just hanging out with my buddy Boozy, and he's the guitar tech for Pepper.
Ooh.
So as you know, I went to the Rialto Theater and got to hang out with him, and he's loving life. He said, Pepper, those guys couldn't be nicer. And he's been traveling all over the country at sold out shows. And, Pepper shows, I don't know if you've been to a rock reggae show. It's a good looking crowd.
Oh, I can
yeah.
see that.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's more used to the sea or land at this point. They do a lot of those cruises.
That's true. Yeah, and that's another benefit of that.
Oh,
You know, I mean, when you break in, as Tech was showcasing and letting us know, you don't make much money, but there's a lot of things that are covered as far as expenses. So you have enough money to kind of get by. You also get stipends, meal stipends, so you get fed, and then you have just a little extra money. And normally you get free booze, and there's a lot of freebies that you get from touring as a tech. That benefits you. But then the more you do it, the more you advance, and then it could become a super lucrative career. It's a 6-figure career if you're with the right crew. Like the tour manager for an arena touring band, we'll say Muse is an example. They're making 6 figures for the tour.
The tour, yeah.
It's a lot of work. There's a lot of work that goes into it. It's earned,
Absolutely.
But geez, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah. Good morning, Todd. Yo, with you don't get normal messages energy. Yes. I mean, sometimes I do. In fact, actually, I did get this message from a guy named Chuck that we talked about earlier this morning. It was our theme for Rap GPT, and Rico and I do need to re-record the Rap GPT song just in my Vox Pro so I can mix it down. But I'll read you this email just to get you caught up. And this is actually a Facebook message. But his mind was blown, and he was asking for advice. He said, he said a friend of his clued him in on the OnlyFans page he stumbled upon, right? So his friend's a pervert, first and foremost. And he didn't tell him why, but so he went to go check it out. And when he checked it out, he realized that the OnlyFans page his friend was referring to was that of his mother-in-law.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, I recognized her right off the bat. She was wearing red lingerie, her blondish gray hair, and a smile that he recognized.
Yeah.
And immediately I'm just picturing this woman and I'm in love. Now, he said the name was obviously fake, but there was no mistaking that it was his mother-in-law. His conundrum now is that since his friend was able to find it, other people will probably be able to find it pretty easily. And it's going to make things awkward coming up on Thanksgiving and Christmas. The holidays are right there. He has this secret that his wife, he doesn't know if his wife knows.
Oh.
And now he's like, what should I do? Should I tell my wife and I have a feeling that the wife does know.
You think?
Maybe. I mean, you're close to your mom. Would you know if she had OnlyFans page?
Mom's talk.
I think I would.
Yeah, exactly. Is there any way you can encourage your mom to get OnlyFans page? Because she's kind of hot. Anyways.
I'll ask her today.
Yeah.
He's got a question.
Yeah, I got a question. Do you want one subscriber? Got one. Anyways, yeah. So he asked the questions like, what do I do? And I messaged back, I don't fucking have a clue, but this is hilarious. And so I'm going to take all that you just said and put it into ChatGPT and ask it to write us a song. And that's exactly what it did.
So
and
good.
we found a beat and we had a good time with it. We're calling it MILF-in-Law right now. So I do want to record it. So why don't we do that, right?
Oh.
Let's see. I got a little bit of time.
I feel like everybody with an F My Life now is going to expect a rap song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll make this one.
Yeah, maybe. Here, let me just get this set up here. And then maybe the tail end of the song will be live on the air, but that's fine. Because right now we're playing Tiger Cub.
Ooh.
So we'll get a replay. I'm putting you backstage, Maury. Take no offense.
She's going to bob her head.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll pop you in for head bobbing action.
Okay.
Okay. And feel free to diddy the shit out of things. You could do that, right? Want to jump in?
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Okay,
right.
Here we go. So here we go. This is the live version of MILF-in-Law. So Rap GPT proudly presents to you. I do feel Chuck's pain, though.
Why is that?
Because you're like, I feel so bad. My mother-in-law has an OnlyFans page, and she looks like my wife, who I love, and this is just what my wife's gonna look like. So now I'm spanking to my mother-in-law, but it's really my future wife. I don't know. I can't believe this twist of fate. Caught into a situation I just can't relate. A friend tipped me off to an OnlyFans gate, and little did I know a truth that I'd face. Front page visit, and I can't deny the shock and horror brought tears to my eye. In red lingerie with that blondish gray, I recognize her with no more games to play. My mother-in-law, what a twist of life. Now wrestling with questions, internal strife. How do I confront this? How do I proceed? These thoughts in my head got her down on her knees.
Her name was a fake, but her face so clear. That smile I'd seen, it's a nightmare here. My friend knew her well, met her in my space when she visited my home, the most awkward embrace. How do I face her? Look her in the eye, the secret's heavy, it's a burden, oh my. Do I reveal the truth to my loving wife, or let it play out a ticking time bomb, right?
My mother-in-law, what a twist of life. Now I'm wrestling with questions, internal strife. How do I confront this? How do I proceed? Those thoughts in my head got her down on her knees. And my friends this page, others will too. The whispers and the rumors, they'll surely ensue. Do I hold my tongue? Do I let destiny play? Or do I come clean, let the truthful display?
It's a moral dilemma, a tangled web we weave. A secret so deep, it's hard to believe. But honesty's the path, though it's a heavy load. My love for my wife, it's the truth I'll uphold.
My mother-in-law, what a twist of life. And now I'm wrestling in questions, eternal strife. How do I confront this? How do I proceed? These thoughts in my head got her down on her knees. Can you believe this mess? It's unreal. My homie dropped the bomb, told me check this deal. OnlyFans page, yes, it's the real deal. When I saw that face, man, it gave me a chill.
Red lingerie, blondish gray, hair so divine. I knew that smile, what a freaky design. It's my mother-in-law, what a twist of the line. Fake name, but it's her, yeah, the sign so fine.
My mother-in-law, what a twist of life. Now I'm wrestling in questions, internal strife. How do I confront this? How do I proceed? These thoughts in my head got me down on my knees.
Gotta look her in the eye, that's a real test. Secrets like a weight, it's a mess in my chest. Tell the wife or let it ride, I'm so stressed. Truth's a double-edged sword, can't ignore the unrest.
My friend knows her well, met her in the sheets while she was at my crib, man, what a creep. Should've dropped a bombshell or let the truth seep, or let it play out, let the drama so deep. Cause my mother-in-law, what a twist of life. Now I'm wrestling with questions, internal strife. How do I confront this? How do I proceed? These thoughts in my head got me down on my knees. My mother-in-law's got an OnlyFans and I subscribed, and now my hand is full with my own junk. I'm the man. I'm so damn confused and I can't stand.
How much is that monthly though?
Oh yeah, it's $9.99. It's not
Okay,
bad.
good.
Yeah. Welcome back to Rock 102.1 KFMA. We were just re-recording our Rap GPT single today. It was called MILF in Law. What'd you think, Mari?
It was good. Banger.
Yeah, a little banger. Yeah. Okay, so
Milfy.
now this was all based off of a Facebook message from Chuck, who I keep repeating it on air because I'm trying to help the dude out because his buddy turned him on to the fact that Chuck's mother-in-law has an OnlyFans page, and he doesn't know if his wife knows that she has an OnlyFans page. So my goal here is hoping that the wife listens to the show.
Yeah.
And in a way, I'm gently outing this whole situation.
Totally.
Now, I asked Chuck for the link of the OnlyFans page just because I am an investigative journalist, right? 100% for the sake of the job.
Right.
Unfortunately, he is not giving me that, and he might have blocked me. I don't know. So
You're the online rapping Dr. Phil. It's beautiful.
yeah. Exactly. With a minor in OnlyFans knowledge, right? Because again, it's not the perv in me. This is 100% just me
altruistic.
investigating. It's a lifestyle. It's an industry that is booming. You know, a lot of people are making a ton of money just doing that, and good for them. You know, I'm a big fan.
Good for them.
Yeah, I'm all about it. All right, we're back here live on the air, of course. So let's get into your TMI top 5. I came across this BuzzFeed article that was spot on, and I wanted to share with you. It's the top 5 subtle reminders that you're getting old. Right? Have you had recently an experience where you're like, oh, I feel so old because of this?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, you did. Give me an example, Rico.
Nose hair.
Oh, yes. Good old nose hair.
Oh no.
Great.
It's like, yeah.
I mean, no, it's beautiful and shiny, and you know, but
yeah,
no.
but it's longer than your mustache. I get it. Yeah. The nose hair grows so quick. I think mine grew a quarter inch, just me finishing the sentence. That's how fast nose hair grows when you get older. Yeah. But there's also public situations where you feel old inadvertently, and it's not like people are trying to make you feel old. They're just, you know, they say things like they would to an elder out of respect. Like when kids start calling you ma'am or sir, that's number 5.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I get that now. Driving through like places. Here you go, sir. Hope you have a good day, sir. And like,
Call me dude.
Yeah. Call me
Hey,
bro,
chief,
dude, brusky.
Rust.
There's a lot of different things you could call me. Don't call me sir. I'm not wearing my hat backwards for your respect. Jesus. All right. Coming in number 4, your TMI top 5 subtle reminders you're getting old. It's when you have to keep scrolling to find your birth year on the drop-down menu.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yikes.
Yeah, I just signed up for this newsletter and had to put in my information as well. And I scrolled so far back that actually I went back in time. It was
I gotta
amazing.
find the 1900s.
Mhm.
Where are they?
Way back there. I got arthritis in my finger just scrolling back. So yes, it happens. All right. Here's the number 3 subtle reminder that you're getting old. Say you watch an old sitcom like Full House, and then you agree with the parents more than the kids. That's a sign that you're getting old.
Oof.
Yeah. Let's see. Coming in at number 2, top 5 subtle reminders you're getting old. When the music you use to party, to get the party started, starts playing in the elevator. Right.
Wow.
So yeah, like music you used to party to starts playing in the elevator. When you start hearing DMX, y'all gonna make me lose my mind. And that's literally an instrumental in the supermarket while you're shopping. You're old, man. And that's classic.
That's a cool elevator, though.
It
Can you
is.
tell me where that's at?
It's dope ass elevator. No matter where you are, that elevator's going down. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
And finally, I feel this one so much. The number 1 subtle reminder that you're getting old is when the trendy clothes from your teen come back in style. That's 100% what's happening now. For all you 90s kids out there, if you looked at high school kids, my daughter is wearing baggy jeans and jorts and everything that I wore going to a rave in the desert in the 90s. 110%. It's a little bit gangster, it's a little bit Molly, and it's a lot of bit sloppy. And looking at these kids rock that style, I'm not even mad at it. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm just like, thank God, bring it
I
back.
can sell this box of old clothes finally.
Yeah, we went through the aughts and like the early 2000s and late 2000 or early 2010s with jeans so tight you could see the main vein.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm tired of knowing how big a guy's junk is based off their pants. Hide it. Make it baggy. I'm all about it. So there you go. Your TMI top 5 subtle reminders you're getting old. Let's hit the reset on the FM side. We got music on the way from Alexandria. Asking Alexandria. Thank you.
Adding Alexandria, you know.
Woo! And so much more, including Mars Would You Rathers and Herb Stratford. So you keep it right here. Join us, youtube.com/beefvegan. You know, I was just thinking in my head while doing the segment, like, hey, you're doing it pretty smooth. You're doing a pretty good presenter. And then I have a full-blown stroke.
As soon as your brain pats itself in the back, it loses all track of everything.
That's
Really
what
does.
happens.
You're doing good, brain.
No. All right.
Today.
Yeah, no more short shorts for dudes. That's good. You know, and that's what it was. So in early 2000s, like the 80s came back. And now, or in 2010s, basically, the 80s came back. And then in 2020s, the 90s came back. And it's everything is reciprocal, right? Or, just
Yeah.
cyclical. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you have it. All right. You got a would you rather for us, right, Mari?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bust it out. Give us an
All right.
impossible
I'm
hypothetical.
scared.
You should be scared because you know the deal. All right. Whatever Mari asks, we have to give an answer and the reason why, no matter what. So,
Yep.
Also in the comments, did you guys dig the Rap GPT song or did it fucking blow? Because nobody said anything and we need to know.
All their moms are on OnlyFans. Leave them alone.
Send the links.
Drop the link. We'll promote.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's what we're here for. Just to promote your
Local
mom's
business.
only fan page.
We have to keep it local.
All right, Mari, what's your would you rather?
All right. Would you rather eat a man-sized bean or a bean-sized man? You have 24 hours to eat the bean or it will eat you.
Okay.
The man is someone you know, but not super well.
Oh.
Oh, I know this one right off the bat. So 100%. I'm eating the man-sized bean. No. I'm sorry, the bean-sized man. I'm eating a man. Yeah, I will murder a man with my mouth. I would 100%. And then someone I know, but not super well. That's great.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot of acquaintances. Some of them look delicious.
Yeah, you're a cannibal.
Thank you for that clip, by the way.
Oh, no, you son of a bitch. Well, now your turn.
Amazing.
Which one would you do, Rico?
I'm not gonna murder somebody.
Okay.
I'm gonna eat that damn man-sized bean.
You can eat that in 24 hours.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Kobayashi, a bean eating.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kobayashi of beanie.
Do I get milk or water or?
Sure.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, give me some of that Gatorade.
Yeah, you get Fanta.
Yeah.
Some Fanta, some Fago.
Fanta for your man-sized bean. So, all right. Which one would you guys rather? Let me know in the comments, and I'll share it on the stream. So that's difficult. So if I could choose which person, that's like an acquaintance. That I would
Yeah. Let
eat.
me hear it.
Let's see. Narrow it down for me. You know,
Like you don't know super well, or maybe you don't like.
It's like a guy that works at Home Depot or like the Circle K or something.
It's someone like you know their name.
Okay.
well, I wouldn't eat Frank because I'm sure he'd taste like shit. Whoo! I said it. Oh yeah. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I would say, you know what? I'll eat Valdez
Okay.
because
Damn.
yeah, I would be full. You know what I mean? Like if I'm eating like a bean-sized human, I want it to be filling, and I'm pretty
And
sure.
spicy.
Yeah, he's packed with protein. Yes, and with all the hot sauce he gobbles down, 100%. He'd have a
Flavor.
kick.
Lots of flavor.
It's
His
probably
mohawk
jumping
stabs you in
bean.
the mouth.
All right, give me another. Would you rather here, Mari?
Okay. So how about this? Would you rather be able to eat anything you want and have it be perfect nutrition,
Okay.
or have to only sleep 1 hour a day and be fully rested?
Ooh.
Oh shit,
Mhm.
that is actually super tough,
That's
dude.
a good
know.
one.
Start off with Rico.
I'm taking the hour sleep.
Yeah.
If it could be like a full 8 hours, fully rested, that would be amazing. I can afford more groceries to buy good food.
Yeah, you know, and I can't disagree with you. You're talking to two morning show guys, right? We wake up
Oh,
so
yeah.
damn
Yeah.
early, and so many times we get like a shitty night's sleep. And feeling that and carrying that burden is so difficult at times. And I just want to be clear-headed and alert when I do this show. Everything else, I don't even care. So, yeah, sign me up for the tweaker schedule. Give me 1 hour of sleep and be fully rested, 100%.
He's like,
But
I
I
did
get
bring this bag of meth for you.
right
guys.
now. I know. You're like, good news is
Good
we can
news.
make that a reality.
Here you go, boys.
Yeah, this Mari's secretly a meth dealer on the DL, and this is how she gets customers. It's like, I got a would you rather. Oh, good. You said the magic answer. Here you go. First taste is free.
Wouldn't it be nice if we could mess up?
Brutal. We've been doing some good stuff here this morning. Let's see. I wanted to share with you. Well, I already did that. Okay, no, we're gonna continue moving on in the podcast because you know what I did want to share actually, Rico's 5-star review, because I didn't get to share it the other day.
Oh, you haven't?
No, I have not, and it wasn't anything personal. Okay, so I apologize. But it was a good one, and in case you missed it, it went a little something like this. Check it out. All right, Jimmy and World on Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. If you don't know, our good friend Rico here likes to go out to different local businesses, and when he has a pleasurable experience, he immediately rushes to Google reviews to share with the world what he experienced and leave a review. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Rico's 5-star review. Who did you review this week, Rico?
Went over to a place called Saguaro Trophy.
Oh, Saguaro Trophy. Can you
That's
tell me
right.
all about it?
Absolutely.
All right, go for it.
So I think many of us like to be recognized for things and accomplishments. And the other day, while dealing with massive indigestion, I thought to myself, when was the last time I received a trophy or a plaque? When I was a kid? Wow. I need to step up my game.
Yeah.
And it's too late for me to join the Tonka Verde Little League unless I identify as a 9-year-old. I'd absolutely demolish those kids in athletics and then be strong enough to fight off angry dads at the same time. I was tempted for a minute, but I let my wiser self prevail. I really don't want to work in a corporate office and climb my way up Jacob's ladder for some plaque where Janice and Bob in accounting barely clap and take the last slice of cake. Nor do I want to reach 1 million subscribers on YouTube. Too much work.
Yeah.
I want a trophy lickety-split, but I also want the ability to give other people like me in life unsuspecting trophies as well. Lucky me, I fired up the old Google bot and discovered Saguaro Trophy. The quaint, charming site listed off all the different types of plaques and trophies, wall and desk clocks, and crystal and glass engravings. My, quite the array. When I walked in, the place felt like a tiny high school hall of fame where trophies were stacked inside glass enclosures and plaques were adorned all over the wood-paneled walls. I forgot the lady's name I talked to, but she had a Barbara look to her. So let's go with that.
Yeah.
Now, before coming in here, I wrote out a small list of engraved trophies and plaques I wanted to buy in small bulk because the plan was to always walk around Tucson with a backpack and get into conversations and adventures with locals.
Oh.
Depending on how rad they were by the end of the engagement, then I would surprise them with a trophy. For example, if I were at Dante's Fire having a drink at the bar and started talking to some lady about real estate and investments, and she was a lovely person, I'd go into my little collection and pull out a small trophy shaped like a money sign with an engraving that read, Tucson Best Lady Hustler. And then she'd never forget about it. And she'd probably want my number and to help me pay off my student loans. Now, say if I was at the buffet bar and some old grizzly guy that smells like hot milk started going off on how he's bankrupt and getting over his third divorce and tries to make me pay his tab, I pull out a plaque that says most likely to commit a future crime of passion.
Oh,
And
Jesus.
promptly leave.
Those are great trophy ideas.
Yeah. So when Barbara started reading off the list of trophies and plaques, she kept going, okay, well, I don't know about that one. I wasn't really getting the impression she was going to be really helpful. So I asked her which one gave her doubts, and she brought up the trophy where I wanted to, how do I put this? I wanted a giant detailed phallic-shaped trophy inscribed with Tucson's biggest D.
Oh, that's a brilliant trophy idea.
Yeah, and she said something about it being against their terms and conditions. I
Ah.
tried to explain how it could be used in both negative and positive situations,
Yeah.
but that didn't sway her. So she said no to the one trophy I wanted shaped with like a cat with an inscription that read Tucson's biggest
Oh.
P word.
Yeah.
And
the opposite
again,
end.
I had to explain that it could also be used positively.
Yeah, absolutely.
The other plaques that read worst driver on the I-10, the best DJ who plays Red Hot Chili Peppers.
That's me.
And craziest person outside of a Circle K pastor smell test.
Huh.
But without the D and P trophies, my enthusiasm meter dwindled.
Oh.
I explained to her how I was trying to galvanize our Tucson community into something special. Far too often, we don't recognize the talents of people we encounter every day, and things like this tend to change someone's day into something special.
Absolutely.
And then that in turn makes them do good things for other people.
Uh-huh.
I don't think Barbara was listening to my pre-planned rant, as she was just playing solitaire on Windows 95 the whole time I was talking. I think just to get me out of there, she gave me a small discount and a box of some leftover Little League soccer and baseball trophies, which is fine with me.
Uh-huh.
With the help of some YouTube tutorials, I'm sure I can do plenty with some balls and bats and a soldering iron at home. You'll see. 5 stars.
Oh, Sororo Trophy. You got to hook us up with the biggest D and the biggest P trophies right off the bat. I mean, that's brilliant. That's a real review that you can go by Googling Sororo Trophy and looking at the Google reviews, look at most recent. If you come across Rico's 5-star review, make sure you give it a thumbs up and give it 5 stars itself.
And get me a trophy.
Yeah, get him a trophy. Now I want all these trophies. Seriously.
Right?
We need to line up our shelves with these trophies.
Hey.
I'll be Tucson's biggest D, but not literally. Well,
Metaphorically speaking.
Yeah, metaphorically. Of course. Excellent job there, Rico. We'll hit the reset when we come back. Your opportunity to win tickets for Shinedown, so keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. All right, welcome back to the show. Please welcome, waiting patiently backstage, presumably in a bubble to prevent his germs from being released into the atmosphere. And maybe it was because we had that phone
message?
notification yesterday.
Yeah, that was definitely
it activated the nanobodies in his body, and now we got a brand new virus. It's Herb Stratford, everybody.
Yay!
Hey, sorry about the virtual, man. Yeah,
It's okay.
Not good timing. I was in New York. I got to go to the premiere of the new Bradley Cooper movie Maestro, which is about Leonard Bernstein. And you get on a plane with 150 strangers, and you come home with something. So I don't know. I don't think it's the COVID. I hope not, because my festival starts in a week. But I can get some tests today. But I wanted to make sure I stayed away from all you superstars.
Yeah, well, that's good because I got a busy weekend this weekend with the Coyotes game and the Encore show with Asking Alexandria. But yeah, it's very interesting that sorry, Mari, you're blocked here. I got you right here. She moves her face. All right. Let's see. It's very interesting that actually nothing's interesting now. I totally forgot. Did you get to meet Herb Stratford? I'm sorry. Did you get to meet Bradley Cooper? Holy shit.
So here's the thing.
Okay.
It's a weird. I was on a press junket, so I did end up meeting, the Bernstein family. We met, the conductor. We met, the costume people, the makeup people, the producers. We met all these great people. But Bradley, because of the strike, he couldn't be there. Right now, he directed and he starred in it, but he couldn't be there. But we're in Lincoln Center and the movie's about to start and they're doing all their introductions and everything. And they're like, and we're excited to announce that Bradley got a waiver and he's here in the theater with us to watch the movie. He just can't participate in the Q&A. So a couple of critic friends of mine were in the lobby after the Q&A and they saw Bradley come out of the balcony with his 5-year-old daughter. And actually Anne Hathaway was with him. Whatever that means.
Yeah. Oh, you think he's smashing Hathaway on the side?
Catwoman, huh?
Good for him.
I don't know.
That's weird. Okay, so he's talking about there's an actor strike. So there was just a writer strike. They just settled that. Now there's an actor strike. And somehow Bradley Cooper gets a waiver to participate in actor-related activities. Is this a thing?
I mean, technically, he's participating as the director because he was the director and the actor, right? But it's interesting because one of my other colleagues, one of the movies we're going to talk about today, she came to me with Peter Dinklage and Anne Hathaway and Marissa Tomei. Marissa Tomei and Anne Hathaway got a waiver to do some press, so I don't get it. You know?
Dude, and that's the thing. Like, what kind of who's giving out these waivers, and how does this even work when you're doing a whole strike? That doesn't make sense to me.
Well, the union gives out the waivers, right? So it's SAG-AFTRA, the Screen Actors Guild. They give out the waivers, and in theory, it's because whoever you're promoting is not a struck company, right? So, I think it's A24 is not a struck company, so A24 can do whatever they want to do, but Netflix and and all the other big companies are still struck. So it's a case by case basis, but a lot of times it's the optics, honestly. And sometimes actors, they're like, I could get a waiver, but I want to have solidarity with all the other actors. I don't want to be out there, doing that. So.
Yeah, you're hearing Herb Stratford here on Rock 102.1 KFMA. He's joining us via satellite because he just came back from New York and got the New York funk, the virus that's going out. But I really do think it's because the cell phone notifications that we got activated the vaccine that's in his body. And now he's emanating, whatever, a virus out there and getting everyone else sick. So I'm glad that you stayed in your bubble where you watch all your movies and still checking in with us to let us know what's being released this weekend. Are there things you're excited about that are coming out to theaters this weekend?
Well, the theaters this weekend, it's a little bit of a mixed bag. I mean, we really have two things. We have She Came to Me, and we have The Exorcist sort of reboot. But if we start with She Came to Me, this is a film where Peter Dinklage plays an opera composer, and he's married to Anne Hathaway, and he's got writer's block, and he sort of is trying to figure out what to do. He's got a deadline. So he goes out, wanders the street, walking his dog, and he encounters Marissa Tomei at a bar. She is a tugboat captain, so she's sort of a quirky, interesting woman. Very different than Anne Hathaway, who's his therapist wife, who, she's just this woman is a completely 180 from Anne Hathaway. So, not ruining anything here. He sort of falls into bed with Marissa Tomei, and now he's got trouble. He unblocked himself and he wrote this amazing opera, but now Marissa Tomei thinks that she's his muse and she won't leave him alone. And he's trying to keep his life together with Anne Hathaway. Anne Hathaway's got there's a whole subplot with her son is dating the housekeeper's daughter, and there's all this crazy stuff going on. So on paper, I really was going to love this movie just because of this cast and because it's like a quirky romantic comedy. The trailer looked great. It's 55% on Rotten Tomatoes. I would agree. That's probably about where it is. It just it's okay.
Do they classify this as a fantasy? Would they call this a fantasy film? You're talking about a man under 6 feet tall juggling two women. I don't see it. I was
going to say, giving hope to all the short kings for landing a tugboat captain.
Yeah, dude.
That's amazing.
It's Hollywood. Suspension of disbelief, right?
Well, Dinklage is a good actor. There was another project that he's participating in. I forgot what it was, but we were just talking about it the other week where he's a part of it. But I shouldn't even bring it up because I can't really recall what it was. Do you know what we're talking about? The Dinklage was in a film I was actually stoked about.
Oh, the mutant Toxic Avenger.
Oh, yeah, duh.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, because the Toxic Avenger just dropped their Red Band trailer and it looks amazing. And
ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like, get this nonsense out of the way and let me get something that's reality based. A mutant that, basically kills a bunch of bad guys. That's what I want to see. And a lot of gore and like R-rated humor. But
It's very Scorsese. Can't wait.
yeah, I think it's going to be an instant classic. Honestly, if you were a fan of the original Toxic Avenger, you're definitely going to be a fan of the reboot because it looks like they're doing it right, breaking all the rules in all the right ways. All right, what's the other? So we're talking about The Exorcist Believer. Now, is this a reboot or a sequel?
So this is a sequel, but it's interesting because this is a huge gamble. And what happened was, I didn't go see The Exorcist when it originally released in 1972 because I was,
Why not? You're 40.
Old. I was
Oh,
7
okay.
years old.
Oh, my bad.
So,
My
but
math is off.
But this, honestly, this redefined the genre. I mean, you've all seen The Exorcist. I mean, this came out on Christmas in 72, just blew people's minds. I mean, it was just over the top, right? So every successful, succeeding film, right? Exorcist 2, 3, whatever they were, they just didn't deliver. And so they sort of quietly let the franchise go away. Then there was this $400 million deal between Universal and Blumhouse to get the IP, to get the intellectual property, to sort of launch this franchise. Blumhouse has had a lot of luck with, relaunching, Halloween, right? Same director that relaunched the Halloween series, David Gordon Green, takes on The Exorcist in this iteration. But at the end of the day, it's just sort of a retread. We're seeing some of the same stuff. You drag Ellen Burstyn out because, of course, she was the mother in the original film, and she's the only one that has any experience with possessed children. And it's two young girls. They go off into the forest. They're trying to contact one of the girls' dead mothers. The demons come back with them. The two girls are possessed. We've seen it before. That's nothing new. I think that there's other horror that's fresher.
Tell me this, all right? Pea soup, yay or nay? Do we see it? Is that a spoiler if you say it?
No pea soup. But
More of a curry this time.
It's just they do retread a lot of these things, right? I mean, it's not so shocking anymore to see a little girl say some of the things that was shocking in 1972 and to do things with crucifixes that they did on screen in 1972.
Yeah. Thanks, TikTok.
Yeah. So girls talk anyway now. We're like, okay.
Yeah. Like, is she possessed? No, she's viral. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's cool.
Go to hell.
So
No,
it looks
she's
like
10.
Herb Stratford's not excited about the two movies that are coming to movie theaters this weekend. So you might want to stay home and stream. We're going to talk about what's coming to your streaming services on the podcast broadcast. You can join us, youtube.com/bevegan, or keep it here because our single song takeover is next. And in honor of Cradle of Filth performing at Club Encore, we're going to get you amped up with Cradle of Filth on the radio. Ooh. Yes. And it goes out to Danny from Cradle of Filth and Zoe, who may be hearing this right now. Yes. Yeah, we're going to play Cradle of Filth on Rock 102.1 KFMA coming up next. Clear. All right. Look at that as far as the segue tease. I mean, everyone, they're like, oh, I'm going to go listen to Cradle of Filth. I'm out on the stream. All right. Before we get into what's streaming, right? Mari has a would you rather for you, Herb.
It's just a simple movie.
Yeah, just a simple movie.
It's always simple with you, isn't it?
Nothing that's going to get you canceled or make you
Yeah.
squirm.
It's not. It's just
Look at he's a baited.
would you rather Jurassic Park or Ghostbusters be real?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters or Jurassic Park to be real.
I think I'd rather have Ghostbusters be real.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, why?
I just think, I think that would be so fascinating. Like the only upside to Jurassic Park being real is you're just going to be killed.
Yeah.
Get some cool stuff.
What, you don't think ghosts would kill you? I know in Ghostbusters it's a PG movie, so Slimer's like the friendly ghost that just jizzes all over you and moves on. But that's not necessarily the case. If ghosts can physically transform and move things.
Yeah, but you forgot the scene where Dan Aykroyd got groped by one.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, see?
Well, we did a story earlier today of a woman who was in a relationship with a ghost for 20 years, a physical relationship.
Until she saw him.
Saw his face. And then when she saw his face, had the
Typical.
face of a gargoyle. So basically looked just like me, but with fangs. And then she was like, ugh, he's ugly. So she stopped banging this ghost.
Looking for a Chad ghost.
Right. So in this situation, see, Anthony's saying Jurassic. And I think Jurassic is the right answer in this because Jurassic Park seems like it's something that's going to be real. It's going to start with woolly mammoths, right? They'll bring that back. The dodo bird, they'll bring that back. They have the DNA for all these species, and they definitely are working on it. And then eventually they're going to get the dinosaurs back. And then they're going to say, oh, shit, I guess they were birds after all. Yeah, and then we're all doomed. But, we have lots of other things that are going to doom us before that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Plenty.
Yeah.
Like Herb and his virus.
Yeah, exactly. He was activated. Where were you when the phone went off yesterday?
I was actually on a call, which was sort of annoying. So,
Like,
yeah.
damn
Yeah.
And of course, we got the Tucson Film Fest coming up next week. So, of course, you're basically staying home so that way you don't get other people sick, but also to try to recover as quickly as possible, which I can appreciate because it always happens at the worst possible time, does it not?
Absolutely.
It looks like you're feeling okay, just a little yeah. But are you amped up? You got everything in place for the film fest? Is there anything new we should know about it?
It's just a lot of last minute stuff. We're printing out the ballots and printing out the tickets, and I'm checking all the content because you can't just have these films and just assume they're going to play, right? So even though I've watched them to select them, now I've got to watch them to make sure that they work. So when you don't have a room full of people and the film freezes, so going through all that and just trying to spread the word because obviously we want people to come and we're excited about the films. We've been working on this all year long. So
yeah, it's going to be huge.
And Bradley Cooper got a waiver for this too?
Yeah, I should have. Son of a bitch.
How was the nose though? How'd the nose look in the theater?
It's so interesting to me that such a big deal was made out of the nose, and they're calling it Jew face, and they're really making a big stink out of it.
For Maestro,
it's a very small part of his makeup, and Bradley Cooper, who you guys could look it up on the internet, but I think he's probably is he 40? I don't know. He's not.
He's over 40. Yeah, he's approaching 50, dude.
But so he plays himself from age 25 to about 75, right? He plays Bernstein. So the thing is, it's a small part of that makeup, and when you see his full body makeup, sort of the last years of his life, he's unrecognizable. We were talking to the family. We met the 3 adult children of Bernstein in New York, and the one daughter was telling us that she got a Zoom call and she didn't recognize the number. So she just, went into the Zoom room and it was Bradley in full makeup with the glasses and a cigarette in his hand. And she said she actually did a double take and she thought for a minute, like, oh my God, that's my father. She didn't even recognize it was so real, to one of his kids. So, I think also the nose was a really good decision because otherwise you look at Bradley Cooper in this role and you're like, Bradley Cooper, right?
Yeah.
You need something to sort of take you out of that. And the nose is just one piece, the nose, the hair, the glasses, the ears, it's so I think it's just people looking for something to talk about. It was not comical.
I heard it help the voice too. It made it more nasally.
Yeah.
So it's also,
he shouldn't have got a nose job in the first place. He would have been perfect for this role to begin with. And, I did see side by sides and the transformation is incredible. It honestly does look like he is that person, which is huge, of course.
It's more intense than that raccoon he did.
Yeah, way more intense than Rocket Raccoon, which I saw the behind the scenes on now. Hold on a second. Let's do a quick introduction for Cradle of Filth. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Before we get into our single song takeover, I got a quick question for Herb Stratford. You don't have a daughter married to a guy named Chuck, do you?
I do not. I only have a son.
Okay, just checking. Unsubscribe. Okay, here is your single song takeover today. It's Cradle of Filth is performing at Club Encore. Turn it up. All right, clear. You know what we're referencing there?
No.
Okay.
He's like, I don't know what you're going into here, buddy.
You don't want to. You don't want to. All right. So what were you saying that we were leading into here? Because I wanted to
Bradley Cooper's makeup and.
Oh, no. Okay. So I saw the behind the scenes of Guardians of the Galaxy. What I thought was most interesting about this, because they did it on Disney Plus, as they do with all their Marvel films, was the 2 people that played Rocket Raccoon. The cast actually looks at Rocket as 2 individual actors. Bradley Cooper, of course, and what's his name? Is it Sean?
Yeah, it's Sean.
Yeah, Sean's last name.
The director.
Yeah, I'm spacing on too.
He's the
director
of
of Guardians of the Galaxy, Gunn. Sean Gunn.
Oh, yes.
So Sean Gunn, from day one, was Rocket physically, like in the green suit with everything, and then acting out the line. So every time the actors were interacting with Rocket the raccoon, they were interacting with Sean Gunn, who's all like squatted down
Oh, wow.
and Rocket position, doing the walking, everything, dude. He full blown, so they looked at Sean Gunn, who's also in the movie as another character as well. He was pulling double duty as Rocket Raccoon, even more so than Bradley Cooper to a certain extent.
Going full Andy Serkis.
Yeah, dude, it's a trip. And the fact that they're just like, hey, Sean, so I want you to do all this like really difficult labor acting. And then fuck you, we're getting Bradley to do the voice. Hey, what? You're like Sean Gunn couldn't do like a New Yorkish accent.
But it's just like Darth Vader. David Prowse thought that he was going to be Darth Vader, and then they heard the voice and they're like, "Yeah, we're going to get James Earl Jones." And he didn't know until the movie came out that it wasn't his voice. I mean, wow.
Oh yeah, he didn't know until he went to the theater, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that's harsher. That definitely is harsher, but. Still, that was
good choice.
Yeah, pretty fascinating there. All right. Speaking of Disney Plus, let's talk about Loki 2. Now, have you had any screeners for Loki 2 yet?
I have. I've seen the first 4 episodes. Thank you very much.
Yes,
and, as I'm watching it, I'm thinking to myself, Beef's going to be mad. I actually.
You know me well. You know me well because you son of a bitch. Yes. So 4 episodes. How many episodes are in the season? Like 8?
I believe there's 8. And I think that's probably all we're going to get. They just wanted us to get a taste of it. And
that's a big taste, dude.
It's half. But I'll tell you, if you first of all, if you haven't watched the first season of Loki, you got to start there because it drops you in just right where they left off. Oh, cool. Very little exposition about what's going on. And then you got, and then of course you can see in this clip we're showing right now, Short Round from Indiana Jones, Ki Hong Kwan, I guess. He's a new character who is just amazing in it. But it's complete chaos, complete mayhem, because of course the TVA is screwed up and Miss Minutes is gone and all these branching timelines, and it's a lot going on. And also let's remember too, Jonathan Majors, who's the big baddie in this, Conqueror, he's sitting in a Los Angeles courtroom right now on sexual assault charges. So
still, I thought they dropped those.
No, the trial is going on right now. So there's a lot hanging on this. But if you like the first season, there's some real great stuff. I'm really excited about it, but really do your homework. At least watch an episode or 2 from last season because it just goes right in 100 miles an hour where they left off.
And it looks like all their special effects budget went to this because I know they've been getting a lot of complaints about the lack of good special effects lately.
Yeah, they couldn't mess
pull
this
out all
up.
the stops,
especially with the run that Marvel's been on. They could not mess this up.
Yeah.
It was too important for them. It was essentially, their first big breakthrough comedy on Disney Plus in the Marvel universe in a way, because the first one was the WandaVision, and that worked out really well. So they went 2 for 2, and then even the animation series was like 3 for 3, and then so they could not mess this up. They had basically the golden goose right there. I will say this in Jonathan Majors, if you're going to say a silver lining of this whole situation of being in trial right now, at least he wasn't playing Captain America. He's still playing a bad guy. I understand that that's just a bad look all around, and I hope that it's not true at any of it. And what I've heard so far, it seems like it could be baseless and like a money grab potentially. But we'll let the courts decide on that.
It just demonstrates again that how dangerous it is for any entertainment franchise to hang everything on somebody, because even if it is baseless, it's still all this publicity. Once that genie's out of the bottle, some people are just going to be like, "Oh, I remember hearing that he was on trial." Well, do you remember that it was all dismissed or he was found not guilty? I mean, maybe he is guilty. I'm not saying either way, but it's dangerous when you pin a whole, all of this next phase of Marvel is pinned around him as the big bad guy. So
technically, yes and no, but at the same time, and what works to their detriment as well, but will work in their favor if they have to fire him, is the whole multiverse angle. And be like, no, it's still Kang. It's just in this universe, he's a different guy. He's Asian. Oh, it's Asian Kang. We can't have Asian Kang.
He's never seen a woman. He's a monk.
Right. So They will do that. And we're talking about streaming shows that are coming out this week here with Herb Stratford. Loki 2 was something that looks very good. Herb Stratford's seen 4 episodes, loves it. He's bragging to all his friends. He saw 4 episodes. Unfollow him on social media when you get a chance. All right. So which one do you want to talk about between FOE on Prime or Fair Play on Netflix?
Let's talk
Which
about
one?
Fair Play, because Fair
Okay.
Play is a bigger buzzy thing. This came out of Sundance. Netflix made one of the first purchases this past January, and one of the more high dollar purchases out of Sundance for this movie Fair Play. You remember the guy that played young Han Solo?
Yes.
Alden Ehrenreich. Remember him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So he plays a guy whose girlfriend is Phoebe Dynevor. And they both work at this hedge fund, and they're in this very, very sort of hot and sexual relationship. Think 90s sort of, like Fatal Attraction kind of, hot, sexy kind of couples, powerful people, right? Like, Wall Street kind of vibe, right?
Yeah.
Well, she ends up getting a promotion that he thought he was going to get. So all of a sudden, he's really having problems getting his big boy pants on because his girlfriend now is his boss. And so this movie was really tearing it up. It's very steamy. It's very sort of edgy. And all of a sudden, they're playing not fair. They are definitely going after each other. And he's doing stuff and she's doing stuff to get him back. And it's a very fun ride. 87% on Rotten Tomatoes right now. I'm actually looking forward to watching it again. It was definitely a wild ride. And it's nice to see him, Alden, try and do some other roles, because I think that Han Solo movie, I think it really hurt his career. I think
It was a bust. Yeah, and that's a high praise from Herb Stratford, where he said, I can't wait to rewatch it. So there you go. Fair Play on Netflix. Something to look forward to on Netflix. We're going to hit the reset on the FM side, be back with a beef tip, but we're going to continue our conversation on our podcast broadcast stream, and you can join us. YouTube.com/beefvegan. See, there's times that I am, pretty DJing. I know. There are times.
I bet he's thanking his agent so much for that too. Just like get you out of that hole.
That Fair Play thing.
Oh yeah. That's gotta suck.
With Netflix though, it's interesting that they have the actor strike and Netflix is on a shit list, and should be. Netflix is going to raise their prices on us again. Yeah, they just did this, and they also had cracked down on sharing passwords. So it's getting to the point where Netflix, if you aren't bringing the A++ content out of all the other streaming services, your ass is getting cut. I'm putting you on notice right now.
Well, and remember what we talked about last week? We talked about Naked Attraction on Prime. So Prime is or Max, HBO Max. So Max is like, we'll up your game. We've got full frontal nudity.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, Max is stepping it up. And let me actually, I'm glad you brought that up, because I do have a gripe with you about this. You told me that the guys with the biggest penises don't always get the girl. Every single episode that I saw, it was always the guy with the bigger penis getting the girl. And I'll say this, it's funny because in episode 1, you'll see this beautiful DJ chick. She tried to act like she wasn't all about the D by narrowing it down to 2 people. It was the frumpy white guy with the small D, kind of reminded myself of him, and his cutaway interviews is I don't know how I made it so far, and we're like, yeah, you only made it so far as a screener to make it look like she doesn't care about one fucking thing. They're trying to be like, oh no, he looks like he has good personality. You're not banging his personality. You're gonna date the guy that literally has an elephant tattooed around his cock to make it look like his dick is the damn nose of the elephant, the trunk. I swear to you, this is episode 1 of Naked Attraction, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll give it another episode, see what the deal is. And every single time it's the girl's like, I don't know if we have things in common. Okay, big dick dude for the win.
I'll take the tripod.
There's no mystery in this at all, dude. Yeah, the tripod wins every time. But the only exception that the bigger penis doesn't win is when lesbians are doing it. Then no penis wins.
Is the small peepee man allowed to put cash or British sterling pounds over the edge on the top?
Yeah.
I got money.
It's funny too, because there was an interview. They were asking the producers hey, are the guys fluffing their junk when they're backstage? So, they can represent as best they can. And the answer pretty much was yes, being well, we don't know what they're doing behind the screen. And if you're there and you're about to get revealed, no matter what you are, like what size you are, you're going to give it a couple, strokes to get max potential for sure.
Thanks,
And-
Uncle
Yeah,
Beef.
well, and the thing is, let's just remember there's showers and growers. So, it's not an even playing field. Right?
Mhm.
I know,
I
but
still want to muck up the poster with all of Herb's quotes on these.
I know it's such a
Growers
tough.
and showers, lots of peen.
I know. I did. I posted this clip of us talking about naked attraction on our YouTube page, and I made a little cover for it, a thumbnail, and it says Max Peen.
Max Peen.
Yeah. Didn't go as viral as I hope it would, but
it will.
it was still an honest review.
It'll grow, don't worry.
Yeah, it's a grower, not a shower. Yeah, but it's like, how weak do you sound trying to explain to the woman who's staring at you butt ass naked, meeting you for the first time, be like, no, I'm a grower, not a shower.
It's
No.
cold in here.
Never works. Never works. And so in this situation, and I understand why, Big Dong's going to win every time, because you can't necessarily get their personality. So you can't say I like someone because of their personality. So you're only judging them based off their appearance. And it just goes and validates the theory there that no matter how you want to try to comfort yourself saying it doesn't matter, it totally matters. I know.
Well,
I know.
and but I do think I think the when they turn the tables at the end of the episode and there's two people left and the person who is picking has to go away and come back naked, and then they can talk about that person. I think that's sort of, fair play, because otherwise it's just like a like a slave auction. You're just looking at naked.
I know. And that's true. You get to look at him back and stuff. And then, I would have hoped the guy in episode 1 who knew he was going to lose. The guy goes, the host does this. This is so fucking cruel too. And Naked Attraction, you got to watch this show. Okay. So this is first episode right off the bat. There's a guy who literally has like dreamy eyes and like a 10-inch soft hog with an outline of an elephant around his penis, with the penis being the trunk. And then you got the frumpy, chubby white guy who is average looking in the face, who's all shriveled up, right? And then the host asks, hey, is there a physical feature that you would like to trade with the person next to you? And the frumpy guy's like, I'd like his penis. And the guy's like, oh, you would now, huh? Right?
Hey.
And then the guy with the huge penis actually had an amputated leg, but doesn't matter because he already had an extra leg. And that just added to his charm anyways. And so, yeah, I mean, what a joke of the show. It's difficult to I'm too spiteful, obviously. I have my too many insecurities and I'm obviously mad about this stuff. So I like rage watch it and it's like
This show is already turning into a podcast for that show. It feels like
yeah,
a whole
like
hour on this.
Naked Attraction reactions.
Boom.
Yeah.
Well,
There
you
Rico, it
That's
was
a big
this
hog.
challenge. So,
We would have to do that on Patreon because we couldn't show the amount of nudity that Max shows
Reaction
on
shots.
YouTube. Yeah.
Oh god.
I couldn't even.
Switching gears real quick, I wanted to ask Herb, because I saw an article pop up. I like hearing about new shows that are like going to be the new hot thing.
Yeah.
Hulu just released the best superhero show of the year. It's like a Korean one, apparently. Have you heard of this? Called Moving.
no,
I'll send you an article. Apparently, it's really good.
Oh, no. The last thing that I sort of heard about that was like buzzy was the Squid Game, the actual Squid Game show that they're releasing on Netflix, where you're actually
Oh,
you're not
geez.
killing
A reality
people,
show.
you're doing that stuff. So
Well, that's basically like the challenge, in a way. So all they're doing is ripping that off. The challenge is still progressing. They announced the next season, 39 for the MTV version. Well, I'm sorry, it's me and Herb having a moment, and very excited about the lineup for the next season. And tonight's a new episode as we narrow it down and hopefully get a new champion in USA 2. Do you think it's going to be a vet? Somebody who's been on the show before that's going to win this season because they turned the game around.
I do. And I think, you and I have talked about this. I think that the increased attention and additional vets on the show make it watchable, because I was I'm not interested in it when it was just nobody. So, I'm just jaded about that. I like seeing these crazy people. And I also like it because it's uncensored. You don't have to have all the bleeps when they're talking. So
yeah. When you watch it the next day on Paramount Plus, for sure. Let's get back on the air here. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Sorry, I have to interrupt this Incubus song here early because we're all out of time, unfortunately. And I want to get into my beef tip.
You mean
before
pardon me? You didn't say pardon me?
Oh yeah, pardon me for interrupting your
There you
song.
go. Thank you.
Thanks. I like to thank our in-studio guest, as always, Mari. Always a pleasure seeing you. Herb Stratford, thank you for joining us via satellite and not getting us infected with your funk. That was activated through your cell phone notification yesterday. And Rico, good job as always. Here's your beef tip. If you want to keep your gums healthy and avoid gum disease, they say eat less. Yeah, brushing and flossing are the best way to avoid gum disease. But a study found that eating less may help as well, cutting calories, even for short term if you're on a diet. Now, I call shenanigans because I've known a lot of tweakers growing up and they don't eat anything and their teeth are effed. But apparently, it can reduce inflammation and keep your gums healthy. So if you're trying to keep your gums healthy, eat less, fatty. You'll be fine. That's your beef tip. Thank you guys so much for listening to the show. Tomorrow morning, we're going to have two rock stars in the building. Asking Alexandria and Austin Mead is going to be jam-packed on the podcast broadcast. Join us then. Until then, Robin Nash is up next. Enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe, and as always, rock local. Later.
When you wish upon
There you
a
go.
side of beef,
There we go. We did a nice little podcast today, guys. Well done, everybody.
Let's go back to talking about pain.
You want to see this Max Pain, bro? Don't worry, I'm a
I
grower.
will knock out all your teeth.
I mean, Herb, we could have wrapped things up with you off air.